Do you know where your phone is? Chances are you're either holding it right now, it's in your pocket, or you've set it right down next to you. But did you know
Those
on
are really
average...
all the options. That's throwing it off of a pier.
No, I don't know where mine is. I lose my phone all the time. Where is my phone? I don't know. On average, Americans check their phone a whopping 144 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. That's according to a recent poll. Checking your phone that often has a bunch of consequences. It can increase your stress levels and negatively affect your interactions with others. So this got us thinking, do you worry you are spending too much time on your phone? DBL Nation, always want to hear from you. Do you check your phone too much? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. Okay, let's first go around the horn because we looked at how many times we check our phone. The producers had us do this. For some reason, Jeff and Al, they don't know.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I thought that was interesting that me and Al didn't even know how to turn this feature on.
I had no idea.
But we didn't turn ours on.
I didn't turn mine on.
No,
I think once the update, it turned it on.
I did.
Oh, I update too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
weird.
Anyways, getting to the conversation, we'll give you guys their numbers, but it's 144, right? The average. At first, I was like, that's really high. But then I thought about how much I look at my phone, right? And it's not going on social media. It's just touching your phone and looking at it. How many updates I get, how many text messages I get. I mean, the Ring camera thing, your emails, just everything. And if I'm betting on a game, I'm looking at it 100 times during that game just to check the scores,
so
right?
yours is probably
So mine is
above
probably
average.
up there. And
Okay.
I always thought I never looked at my phone a lot, but then when I think about it, you shouldn't be shamed by that number. I think that's average.
Okay,
And
well, what are
apparently it is.
your numbers?
So average is 144.
Yeah.
I am 123.
Okay, you're
so
below
I am,
average. Good
yeah,
job, Tor.
but I still feel like I scroll a little.
You feel like you have a phone addiction problem. You would like to be on your phone less.
That's correct.
Okay. Erica?
I was 153, but what was most alarming was Ring was my number
Okay.
one thing.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's the checking or the notifications. It was like 600 notifications a day.
That's a lot.
Like, that's a lot of notifications. But then also the messages, 180 messages, text messages a day.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
You need to
and
silence your phone.
95 of them are from y'all.
That's so true. To Erica's point, so I had 104.
Oh,
and
that's good.
yeah, and I want to be even better than that because I have the urge to check my phone.
Right.
And I have to consciously put my phone away and then I end up losing it and forgetting about it. But that's my goal because otherwise I will look at my phone. But to Erica's point, mine was all mostly text messages. So very little on social media, thank goodness, because for me it gives me anxiety.
Right.
But it's because of y'all.
It's
We
'cause of
text
us.
way too much.
Well, we love each other. Let me give you some helpful hints, maybe to help you get away from
Please.
this. Okay, you guys, ready? Develop some healthy habits. Go outside. That could be good.
Touch grass.
Yeah, schedule time with friends. Also, set some boundaries. That's what Sam was saying. Have a no recharge rule. Prioritize activities, that your phone is not useful for. Identify your triggers. Like, are you always doing this at night, in the morning? Put your phone away at night. And finally, reduce your notifications.
Oh, how do you reduce your notifications?
So a lot of the Gen Zers put it on Do Not Disturb at all times.
That's what I
So
do.
they almost never get one. It's almost a silent phone.
Yes.
That's the new trend because that distraction, even if it's not dinging, is still a little micro dopamine hit. And it's not good for you to stay focused. I know Erica's the most focused of all, but I'm just letting us all know.
I'm not so sure
I mean,
about that.
that makes sense, but you know, we're kind of giving these hints on how to not look at your phone, but like we have that luxury because we're talking about scrolling. I look at Temu a lot. What if you work from home, but you're on an app like Slack where you and 5 other people that you're sharing your work are going back and forth? Jeff, do you have that file? I can't keep working until I get that from you. Like, what if you're trying to buy a house?
Can you compartmentalize something? A house is an anomaly. I don't think it's not an epidemic of everybody scrambling to buy a house.
What I'm saying is there's an immediacy to a lot of things, especially when you are trying to get things at a discount. If you're trying to get an auction, if you're trying to get the best price on a hotel,
Auction?
you have to buy things quickly.
What's Al doing?
Al's like,
Your examples are so
Buying a house?
specific.
an auction?
Here's a really
Yes.
When was the last time you purchased something from an auction?
I bought my old car from an auction.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out right here in the studio. And it showed up.
Shout
right in
out
the
to
parking lot.
auctions.
Yeah, Texas Auto Sales.
But it is true because you brought up earlier, which I thought was a better point, that I have Do Not Disturb a lot, and what I found was that I was missing important text messages or time-sensitive emails. And I got one yesterday that was like, you need to respond by the end of business. Well, it was already 4 o'clock, so had I not seen that, I would have missed out on that opportunity. So there are things that require your attention immediately.
Like auctions.
I put my phone on Do Not Disturb one time in the middle of like a group text because I like wanted to shut it down, and then you texted me. I was like, oh, you had to Do Not Disturb me?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I actually am a little confused about it too.
Does that mean, I thought like you specifically, like I text you back and you're like, later, nerd. And because it pops up, but I could still get through, so I don't know what that means.
It just silences everything. Like if you put your phone on vibrate, you hear it vibrate on the table. When you Do Not Disturb it, you will not know until you pick up your phone and look to see what you missed.
Can you say I want Do Not Disturb except for my babysitter?
Maybe.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
yeah, you can. I had to do that before.
It's a bit of a microaggression.
No, it's not. It is not a microaggression.
I'm with you.
This is our "Are we on the internet right now?" conversation.
Yes, it is. Do you check your phone too much? 70% of our audience is right there with us. Yes, 30% of you say no.